Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Here we are for a new episode of the Right Here podcast with Nick Piccininni. He's a four-time state champ, a four-time Big 12 champ, a three-time NCAA All-American. Got a bachelor's degree in health and phys ed, right?
Yep.
And he just recently signed a deal with Zinken MMA, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and is that in Cali?
Out in California, yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, how is that going? Like a training in Cali?
Yeah, it's good. So right now I'm just going through the transition from wrestling, college wrestling to A. So it's just right now it's a little bit of a learning curve, learning on the go, kind of just doing something not too different, but definitely different in its own way. Obviously, like you still have wrestling that you implement into MMA, but now you're getting punched and you're striking and jiu-jitsu and all that stuff. So it's all fairly new, but being a high level wrestler, it's not too bad. You kind of learn to you kind of learn on the go. It's been really fun so far. Especially the guys I'm surrounded with. It's making it very enjoyable and pretty easy so far.
Yeah. So tell me, really, who's your coaches out at Zinken? Like,
yeah, man, there's a bunch of coaches out here.
is there?
Yeah, a bunch of striking coaches, a bunch of So right now things are a little weird right now. So there's no like set, and nothing's really set. So just taking right now I'm pretty much taking information from anybody who I can listen to. So yeah, there's a bunch of coaches out here that been helping me out.
What made you sign with Zinken? Like what persuaded you to move to Cali?
Yeah, so obviously I had my former teammate out here is Kyle Crutchmer, and so he was my teammate. Oh yeah, he's big, and so he was out here, and I started showing my interest in MMA, and kind of just got to talking with him, and he's already been through it all from the jump, from the start. So I talked to him a lot and kind of asked him, and he let me know what kind of things to expect and what would be best, and how to deal with it. So we got to talking, and he's like, hey man, like these guys are interested in you, they would love to sign you, and we have a great team out here, a bunch of great coaches, surrounded by some great guys, and it just kind of fell into place. So obviously him being from Oklahoma State, me being from Oklahoma State, it kind of just made sense, just to go ahead and come here. There's been a lot of great success to come out of AKA. So I might as well jump on the train and try to keep it going. So he's actually
sorry, I forgot. How many fights deep is Kyle in at the moment? Because I always see him post on Twitter like a fight is upcoming. So I'm just curious.
Yeah, he's 6-0 right now, and he's
really?
in Bell.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, he's my roommate. He's my so I live with him. Yeah, so
I'm gonna have to get Kyle on the podcast but I mean I am actually booked until April though, so I'm gonna have to get him like maybe next May or so.
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely let him know.
Yeah, and then maybe Daniel Cormier, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, is Cormier beating Stipe?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. This guy's a freak.
Dude, he had that second fight, dude. Just dominating, and then the body shots started coming in, and then, dude, I was like, God damn it, dude! Like, just so mad. But yeah, I think Cormier handles him in this third fight.
Yep, me too, no doubt. But I guess that's the fight game. So,
Yeah.
but I think, yeah, he's a beast, man. This guy's a freak of nature, no doubt. Definitely.
Sorry. How is Cormier as like a person? And he coaches what, high school sports, I think.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
coaches the Gilroy wrestling teams. He's a very down to earth kind of guy. You know, very nice.
Where's that at? That school.
Gilroy is in California. It's
Gotcha.
probably like 10 minutes out of 25 minutes out of San Jose. So
cool.
We're in Northern California.
Yeah, I think Cormier handles him this third fight. So okay, let's change gears. Let's talk about being a four-time state champion from I forget where, Ward Melville, right?
Yeah.
Four-time state champ. And actually, I met you the first time at Eastern States in 2013, right before your finals match. So yeah, just talk to us about winning back-to-back championships, your toughest finals match, and the journey.
Yeah, for sure. Man, yeah, being a four-time state champ was always like something I always strived to be, especially as a young kid. I was on varsity my 7th grade year. Really wasn't on varsity, but wrestled varsity matches. It was kind of a political thing with my high school. Should have been the varsity guy.
Mm-hmm.
But so I've been competing ever since, at a high level since 7th grade, thinking that I wanted to win it I wanted to win a state title 6 times, but that didn't happen. My 5th grade year, my 8th grade year, I took 3rd, so I ended up being a 5-time state place winner, and then going 4 straight. So that was always kind of a goal that I had set in my head, and I kind of always knew it was definitely something I could obtain. But yeah, going as far as my toughest match, I think my first state finals match, and my last state finals match
against who?
So my first state finals match was against Justin Cooksey and of MacArthur. He's a Nassau kid. He was tough. He was a young kid, and the first one was tough because it was just the first one. It was just the pressure being in the big arena, the Times Union Center, just like
Times Union.
probably like 10,000, 12,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
So being in front of the big crowd for the first time as a freshman in the finals, that's probably just the toughest one. And then my last one was just going 4 for 4 undefeated throughout my four years, and that one being also the toughest because each year it obviously doesn't get easier. A lot of people think that you go and you win one, it should be easier the next year. It actually keeps on getting harder and harder just because people scout you. So
who did you beat your senior year?
My senior year, I wrestled Ben Lamatia, and he went to wrestle at Michigan. He was a starter at Michigan, 157 this year. So he was
that match. It was at 126, I think.
Yeah, 126. Yep.
Yeah, actually the weights are changing now, right? I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, I
strange.
briefly saw that, but I know they raised 99 to 10 or something.
Yeah, I saw it was in the hundreds now, but it's I feel like the weights are changing every 5 seasons or so. It's strange to me, but So Nick, tell me, how did you start wrestling?
So I started wrestling. I was probably about 7 years old. I'm just a little guy. So my dad thought, my dad wrestled, and at this time I just moved from Hauppauge into the Ward Melville School District. So I started out in Ward Melville. I don't think at the time had a kids program.
Mm-hmm.
So my family being from the Comac Hauppauge area, there was flyers out, I guess, and my dad must have seen it, and Hauppauge had a really, really good wrestling program for little guys at the time, and he said, "Hey, would you like to wrestle?" And I was just a little boy, and obviously he took me to my first practice, and I remember actually my dad practicing with me my first practice. So yeah, me and my dad. So that's what probably got me. Me seeing my dad do it. So I was like, all right, if my dad's doing it, I want to do it.
Yeah.
And like ever since then, I guess I fell in love with the sport, and I started to find a lot of success in it. But I was probably around 7 years old, and I wasn't like one of those kids who a lot of the times like they're like, oh, how'd you start wrestling? They're like, oh, I watched WWE or none of that.
Yeah,
I
actually,
didn't watch
some
any of
guests have said that.
yeah, like a lot of them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people. But no, I wasn't one of those guys. I was just a guy. Just my dad said, "Hey, would you like to do this?" Showed up, did it, had some fun, and just fell in love with the sport ever since. So yeah, I was
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. You mentioned the school. What was it? Hauppauge. Who
Mhm.
wrestled there? Because I know that name sounds so familiar. West, maybe Mark West.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So Mark was my main workout partner. So it was
Sweet.
actually Mark
Yeah.
West, Joey Russ, the
Mhm.
Moriello brothers. So we were killer little guys. They were killer little guys. Actually, they
Yeah.
would always, you know. So I started working out with those guys, and they were good already, and I was just the new guy coming in. So
Yeah.
yeah, Hauppauge, they were really good.
Yeah. So a fourth title your senior year. Why choose the Cowboys of Oklahoma State? Why
Yeah,
travel halfway? Well, actually, more than halfway across the country.
yeah. So first of all, it was a pretty easy. I mean, not an easy process, but man, Oklahoma State. If you know anything about wrestling, college wrestling, um, Oklahoma State is the place to go.
Yeah.
Obviously you got 10 states now and everything, but historically speaking, and trying to submit your name into legendary status at a school of that caliber, Oklahoma State's the place that you want to go. It's
Yeah.
just rich in history. So that was definitely one of the things that caught my eye. And then you have the all-time great of John Smith, and not only as a wrestler, right, for the United States, but also as a coach.
Yeah.
So you have him there, and then you got his nephew Chris Perry, who's
Yep.
a stud himself. And then you have at the time there was Coach Eric Guerrero, who
Yep.
was an Olympian, and you had Coach Zach Esposito. And
Yeah.
so when you put all those guys together in a room, it's pretty hard to say
True.
say no. And again, Oklahoma is a very special place. Coming from New York, I knew that I didn't want to stay in New York. I wanted to go and venture out, and I wanted to experience something different.
Yeah.
And if I had the opportunity to go to a school that I knew, one, I could be successful at for my academics, right, and be successful for my wrestling, that's the place I wanted to go. So it kind of was just the perfect storm, and it all made sense to me. So when I had to say, where I wanted to go, it was a pretty easy choice. I mean, it wasn't too easy. I was very interested in Ohio State, but
Yeah.
Oklahoma State took the cake, no doubt.
Yeah. So tell me, how is John Smith as a coach and as a person?
Yeah, he's a great coach. He's just an old school, hard nosed type of guy. Um, and everyone will tell you the same thing. He's just real. He doesn't shoot you. He shoots you straight every time. He'll look you
Yeah.
in the eye, tell you what you need to do, and all that stuff. So um, he's he's a good dude, man. He's cool to be around. He's a legend. So it's never a dull moment
Yeah. And
with
his nephew is Mark Perry, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Who actually beat Johnny Hendricks in the finals of nationals, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah. Right. So wild.
Crazy
It's
story.
awesome backstory.
Yeah, for sure.
So Nick, let's talk about. So first off, Me being a giant fan of wrestling, probably my favorite college moment of the past couple seasons was probably that dual meet pin of Spencer Lee. Let's talk about that atmosphere, that moment for you, how you felt before and after.
Yeah. So, man, the whole week I was just, man, focused on what I needed to do. Kind of just went through the whole week as preparation for Spencer. Spent a lot of time with my coaches on strategizing. So, there's a lot of effort put into it. But it was kind of like at the time in my season at that time I was feeling the best I ever felt. So it was kind of like a storm waiting to happen. I kept on actually saying, this is crazy. I kept on saying to my coach, to Chris Perry, we were working some technique, and I kept on telling him, like, dude, I'm gonna pin this guy. Like, I'm gonna pin this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I kept on saying that. And actually the night before it went down, me and my teammate Boo, we went to Gallagher to go like stand on the stage and go cut our last weight cut. And I was just like, dude, like, I didn't know I was gonna be the first matchup, but I was like, I think I'm gonna be the last, and I'm gonna be like the main event of the night. And like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I kept on saying, like, it's about to go down. Like, I'm gonna do something crazy. And we were like, hell yeah. And so it's just crazy how, I mean, just talking it to existence, it was a crazy thing.
Yeah,
So
dude, that cradle was a pretty nasty. It was a pretty special moment, I am sure.
yeah, man, he just made a mistake, and I just capitalized on it.
Yeah, it was awesome. So yeah, I heard a rumor from our mutual friend that what do you say, that you could have went back to Okie State for a fifth year, right? But chose fighting.
No, that's not true.
No, it's not.
No, I ran out, man. My time is
Really?
done. My
Yeah.
clock is done. They didn't give any. They didn't give any. They didn't give any from COVID and anything. They didn't give
Yeah.
us our
True.
season back. So my 4 years is up. My 5 years is up. I redshirted and competed for 4 years.
Gotcha.
So my time is done. I don't have any eligibility left. I have nothing
Yeah.
left. So
yeah, let's talk COVID and the canceling of the national tournament. So tell me, like, the personal feelings from hearing it, the team's feelings. Who are you laughing at, Kyle?
Yeah, he's knocked out in the UFC game.
Yeah.
I always play him in the UFC, and I always.
Dude, that game is tough.
We're pretty upset that.
But yeah, the fourth one looks pretty sick though. The fourth game coming out. I am pretty pumped about it.
No, it's gonna be cool, no doubt.
Yeah. What did I just ask you now? I forget.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID. So yeah, tell me the personal feelings of hearing the national tournament's canceled. The team's feeling, Coach John's feelings about it, because I'm sure each guest so far, like with Hayden, Haley, and Nato, being a former Buckeye, have like all said like how hard COVID hit the wrestling team.
Yeah, for sure. So like it was weird, man. It was a weird kind of thing. Like we're so focused and just wrestling, right? Like, and like we're so focusing on getting better. Like we don't really look at the news. You're a kid. We're young. I'm a young kid. Like, yeah, I'll go on Twitter and I'll scroll, but like when you're so focused on wrestling, like you don't even try to get on Twitter and look at that crap, because like it just gets in your head and causes some stupid shit. So like we're just focused on wrestling. So like we're kind of blind to the COVID thing. Like my whole team. And I remember like one day, this is like real crazy. It was after Big 12s. Like Coach Smith, we get done with practice, and like Coach Smith comes into the locker room and he like sits down, and I'm right across from Dayton Fix's locker, and it's like me, Dayton, I think my buddy Rhett, I think my buddy Boo Llewellyn, and we're like sitting there, and he comes in and he starts saying like, "You guys better get ready. You guys better save your money. You guys better get right," or like stuff like that. And like we're like all like, yo, what is he saying? Like,
Yeah.
what does it mean? Like, we didn't know what he meant. And then, we kept on practicing, and eventually the week before NCAAs came, and we're working out, and the day before we're supposed to leave and go, it's just a weird vibe we get in the room. We're running through practice like it's normal. We come in and everyone checks their weights and does that all that stuff. So we didn't expect anything, but like we're going through a full practice, and like in the middle of practice, Coach Smith says, "Hey, bring it in," and we're like, "Ah, shit, this is it." Like I didn't really know what was gonna happen. I didn't know if they were gonna make it like a different structure it differently, and he was gonna talk about that, but he just broke the news to all of us and let us know it's not happening. So I mean, when that happened, obviously we were all pretty upset, but like you only have so much time to sit and sulk, and I'm not really a guy to, like sit
Like
and
sulks.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like, but I was pretty upset, because I was going to chase a dream, and I knew I had a great opportunity. I was probably placed in the bracket the best I've ever been placed.
Mm-hmm.
I know I made the semis last year, but like it was a cakewalk for me to the semis. I had Pat Glory in the semis to make the finals, and he beat me early on in the year, but it was just like a match where I just wrestled terribly,
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna whoop him up in the semis and make my way to the finals. Just so that I was more upset about, that I had like the cakewalk into the finals and get some revenge on Spencer and beat him at the greatest stage and
Yeah.
college.
Yeah. Honestly, I was pumped to see that matchup for sure, but COVID hit, and I'm sure having your national tournament canceled is pretty devastating to say the least.
Yeah.
So Nick, as of right now, let's talk goals in the fighting game. Like, in MMA, what is your main focus like now, and your main goal to achieve?
Right now,
Yeah.
so like right now where I'm at, I'm in the learning phase. Everything's just new. So I'm just really in the learning phase.
Yeah.
The end goal is to be, make it to the UFC, be a UFC champ, get the belt. If that's not the goal, then I don't know,
Yeah.
So, right now I'm just in the learning phase, and as I get better, as I progress, then, those dreams that I have are they're not going to be dreams anymore. I'm going to make them a reality, be something that I'm going to be able to
And
grasp.
sorry, talk.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So fighting at a $125 or 135?
Yeah, so I'm thinking that I'll fight at 125 for a long time, and then once I get good enough that I feel comfortable at making the transition to 35, I think I'll probably do that. But that probably would be way, way down the line. That'll be way down my career. 'Cause those guys are big,
Yeah.
35 are big. They're not 25ers, and they're just different. You got guys who are 5'9", 180 coming down to 135.
Yeah, true.
So you better get right.
That is a crazy cut too, like 80 to 35. I mean, wow.
Yeah, they do that.
Really?
Aljamain Sterling, not quite 180, but he like cuts from 70 something to
Really?
135, and that dude's big. He's 5'9",
Yeah.
135. You got your hands full with that. So
Yeah, true. Man, that is a crazy cut. Yeah. Sterling just tapped somebody out. Who was it?
Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah, dude, he is just so like just so tough. I like watching Sterling fight.
Yeah, I actually I worked I had the honor of rolling with him for that camp for a little
Really?
bit. Yeah, for like 2 weeks. He brought me in and I did some wrestling drills with him. So that was really cool because then I got a little taste of what, it might be.
Yeah.
And then out here it's just a different game, different ball game.
Yeah. How was his striking? Because I mean, honestly, in his last fight, he like grabbed him so quick and choked him out. I was like, damn, it was a bit too easy for him.
Yeah, Al just got some. He's got some. He can throw down.
Mm-hmm.
he's got some
He can
hands
throw
for
down.
sure. So if you watch him, he's got some good. I think it was him versus Munoz.
Yeah.
Man, they were throwing down, and he showcased that. So he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't, but we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And before I forget, my guest from last week says hi, Sean Russell.
Yeah, tell him I said what up.
Yeah, old Shawnee. Yeah, had Sean on last week. He talked highly of you and the old battles back in the day. How many times have y'all
Man.
wrestled? Huh? Nick, are you there?
The connection might be bad.
Okay, yeah, it's better now. So yeah, tell me, how many times have you and Sean wrestled?
Oh man, I think in our lifetime, I think probably like I want to say 2 times in high school.
Yeah.
And then we wrestled 3 times my freshman year.
Really?
And then
yeah, because actually he was my college teammate, so it's kind of funny.
Okay, yeah, at Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we wrestled. I mean, we wrestled every single year, you know. So we wrestled. So we must have wrestled 7 times. In high school, he beat me both times. And then, so in high school, he beat me. I was 0-2 against him in high school.
Yeah.
And then the first time I wrestled him in college, he beat me. And then I beat him ever since.
Wow. How many times?
He beat me at Edinburgh. Remember? I think I'm 5-1. I think I'm 5-1 against him.
Yeah.
In college.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I lost at Edinburgh.
Your your connection is pretty shaky at the moment.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Somewhat. And you're like image. Okay, better.
Okay.
Yeah, it's perfect now. So now, Nick,
Okay,
it is time for a speed round. All right. I'm gonna ask you questions, some random questions. Okay.
Yep.
Who's your favorite cowboy of all time? Your favorite cowboy wrestler?
My favorite cowboy wrestler, man. Oh. Man, it's gonna cost. I got Kyle over here yelling his name. He's definitely one of my. No doubt about it. I always enjoyed watching Kyle wrestle. He's fun to watch. A lot of fun to watch.
Hey, yeah, Kyle, say hi to us. Say hi for the fans. Listen, Kyle, I want you on as a guest in like May. Deal?
Deal.
Okay, cool. Because honestly, Kyle, I am booked for quite a bit, like national champion wrestlers, some fighters in the UFC. But I could squeeze you in sometime this fall.
None of them look like me.
He said none of them.
Oh shit! He's talking that smack.
Yeah.
All right. I am pumped now to have on a Crutchmer.
Hell yeah.
All right. Next question. Your favorite film of all time is what?
Like movie?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh.
See, I just always say like film, but yeah.
Yeah. Dang. I don't even know. Like.
You're like top 2 or 3 then. For the fans that have been pushing me, saying, "Man, I am so pumped for Nick to come on the podcast and talk." So yeah.
Let's see. I watched that war movie in 1917. That was good.
Awesome movie.
That was crazy. I watched the other day. I watched 12 Strong.
Yeah.
That
on the
was
horses, right?
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
So I really like that. And then let's think what else. That's probably my top 2 right now.
Yeah. Your favorite genre of music?
Oh, it would have to be between rap and like EDM.
Oh,
You
really?
know,
Like a techno kind of guy, huh?
techno, like a little bit of house, a little bit of like some Tiesto, some Martin Garrix.
What is that? What is TS?
Tiesto is yeah, he's like a DJ.
Gotcha,
It's a
gotcha.
DJ, but yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm a rocker, like a metal rocker. So yeah, I don't really know like the techno dance music in the rap game nowadays.
Yeah.
So tell me, Nick, your favorite rappers who?
Favorite rapper right now,
Yeah,
I would have to say, I think the best rapper right now is Drake. My
yeah,
favorite would have to be between ASAP Rocky, J. Cole. Um,
J Cole, yeah,
I like Young Thug. I
yeah.
like yeah, I like them all.
What did Kyle say?
He said, "Oh, you like Young Thug?"
Oh, that's funny. All right,
Yeah.
your favorite food during season and favorite food out of season.
Steak during season, steak out of season, steak, sushi. Man, I love
Okay.
sushi. I love sushi.
Do you? Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't really fall for it. It's just not my style. But yeah.
Oh man, I can go to work with on some sushi, man, and steak.
Yeah. Your favorite athlete of all time, and you cannot say Kyle.
Derek Jeter, New York Yankees.
Oh, dude, right? A legend.
Let's go. You know,
Yeah.
this is the ultimate legend. Just the captain. Just the man.
So many awesome moments being a Yankee man, and obviously the both of us are very big fans of the Yankees. So yeah, I think really this season is probably the Yanks season.
Yeah, me too. I think it's
Here's-
gonna be, huh?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Well, I was gonna say that Judge is tearing up the field at the moment.
Judge is an animal. And but my what I think is gonna happen is I think it's gonna be this is I don't know why, but the Yankees and the Dodgers.
The old school rival.
It's
Yeah,
gonna happen.
yeah. I hope it does, man. When is the postseason like supposed to happen?
Aren't they doing what is it? How many games are they playing? 80 or
Okay,
something like that games.
maybe. I don't even
And then
know.
first and second get a wild card, or first and second get in, and then I think I don't know if they're gonna do a wild card.
Yeah,
So usually it would be right the first place team, and then you get a wild card to get in, right?
yeah.
But now they're doing first and second gets in, and then I don't know if they're gonna do a wild card. So
That wild card playoff game is always so stressful. I will never forget the moment versus the Twins, down 3-0 in the bottom of the first, and Didi just hits a 3-run bomb, just like
yeah,
chills.
crazy. I love it. I feel like that stuff always happens to the Yankees. I mean, I feel like it. Like, dude, they're so clutch. They're such a clutch team. Like all
Yeah.
the time. I love them.
All right, your favorite fighter of all time?
Favorite fighter of all time. Oof,
Cormier?
man. I do love DC.
Yeah.
Love DC. I like GSP.
Oh, same. I hope he fights Habib. I really do.
That'll be crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I got a bunch that I really like. I got a bunch.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of GSP because yeah, he fought Johnny Hendricks and like then said, "Listen, man, I have beat all the top names. Like, I'm all done." Then he comes back and dominates Bisbang, like dominates him. He's a legend, a GSP.
Yeah, no doubt.
And man, his GSP is just such a good fighter, overall. Like his striking, his tap out game, his like wrestling, dude, and like his like trips from the feet are just crazy. He's a awesome fighter. I would probably say the GOAT, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Who is the best coach in sports and why?
Ooh, I don't know if that I could answer that. I think that's a. I mean, obviously you can go off statistics, right? But a lot of people will have to think, what is a coach? A coach could be someone who brings the kid from, the bottom to, living a good life. Or if we're talking professional sports, I think, or collegiate sports, you look at, the numbers. So, I mean, John Smith, man, you can't really argue when it comes to a guy who put out statistics and numbers that back him up.
Yeah. Your favorite wrestling move is what?
I would say a head inside single, a club, right? I don't know. That's what I always hit my whole career.
All right. And then the last question of the speed round. Who's the best pound-for-pound wrestler at the moment?
David Taylor.
David Taylor. You heard it here from Nikki. David Taylor. And why? Let's back it up. Let's talk about it. Why is Taylor the best?
He's just man. He's got the offense. He's got the defense. He's difficult to score on. He'll score a ton of points on you. He's just an all-around problem, man. I see him. I see not a lot of people touching him. I think there's only one person I think that could give him a shot, and that's Alex Derringer. My home, so that's the only guy that I think can touch him at this point.
Will Derringer wrestle him at the trials, right?
Yeah, I think so. They'll probably have to meet up in the finals, I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to be very excited for that because I actually have tickets, so I am pretty pumped to watch those matchups because honestly, there is so many good matchups there in the trials. Yeah. It's going to be crazy.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, and honestly, I would probably say Taylor too, and man, he looked good versus Miles Martin. That is for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Killer.
So, Nick, the last segment of the podcast, I like ending with a an inspiring message from our guests, since our country isn't doing the best right now. People are sad. There's a lot of crazy Facebook posts, crazy tweets about people being bad in the country, and it's just not the best time for the U.S. So I always have my guests end the podcast with something inspiring to share, to like the viewers and the fans of this podcast. So yeah, let's hear some words from you, Nick.
Yeah, I got a couple words for you.
Yeah.
Peace, love, integrity, and respect.
All right.
Those are my words for the world and for everyone listening.
Peace, love, integrity, and respect. Those four?
Yep.
Yeah. Why?
It's just everything that you need to be a good person. You need to have some inner peace. You need to be able to, show some love. You need to have integrity, right? You need to respect. So, and that applies, I think, to everybody, every race, every color, every person in this world.
Yeah. How does one show love?
Man, just being a kind person. It's not hard to show love. It might be just a simple gesture of opening the door for somebody, or giving a simple wave to somebody or asking how they're feeling today. So
yeah,
could be
I think our country needs more kindness, especially during this time when it's kind of a separation of certain people going down their own paths. And I think our country has to gain some more confidence, especially during these rough times.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I am saying thanks to Nick for coming on the show. Next week is a very special guest, our mutual friend, the Gift, Gregor Gillespie, and then the week after is Yanni. So thanks, Nick, for coming on. Any final words?
Yeah, one last word. I just if you could just pass this message along to the next guest on the podcast, Gregor. Just let him know that there's only one champ on top, and that's me.
So wait, I heard it here first that you are better on top than the Gift is.
Yep.
in like wrestling and fighting, or both.
I'm saying if we wrestled, if me and Gregor wrestled back in the day, and he was at my weight and I was at his weight on top, I would get more turns than he did.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, I will say this. Really, him in college at Burrow, he turned a lot of people. He was a pretty tough on top. But hey,
yeah, we might have to try to get the stats on that. I'm pretty sure I'm the all-time leader.
I was gonna say those tilts by you in college were pretty spiffy and very, done well.
Yeah, I'm sure Gregor's the all-time leader at Edinburgh.
Yeah.
But I'm the all-time leader at Oklahoma State for near falls. So
really, I did not know that.
Yep.
Well, shit, I'm gonna have to dig deep on those stats now, and then bring it up in the episode next week.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, the ultimate guy on top is Nick Piccininni, and I will pass that message on. So yeah, thanks guys for listening to the Right Here podcast. I will post this on Facebook and Twitter, Nick. So share it away.
Cool.
Keep liking, keep subscribing, and thank you for listening. And thanks Nick for coming on. Cool.